Hello, you guys. Welcome to my channel, All Things Melisha, where I discuss a lot about what's going on in the political world, but also topics that pertain to everyday life in general. If you are subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for your girl if you see a video that you like. So I just wanted to come on here real quick and talk about Joe Biden, the former resident president of the United States. Now, there was a lot of controversy regarding the 2020 election. Many people believe that it was stolen from President Trump. I happen to be one of those people. And it's a plethora of reasons why I believe that, personally and from just observation. But nonetheless, I'm going to, show some images of Joe Biden. And as you know, our media, they ran the narrative that he was the most mentally fit president to serve. They ran it all the way up until they couldn't run it anymore. But many people thought otherwise, and this is why.
On social media posts. So they don't know exactly what Joe Biden said, but they're certain that it's not what you think it is, which means it probably is what you think it is.
Like what, big what?
And at number 24, Joe Biden visited a Volvo manufacturing plant in Hagerstown, Maryland. And at the beginning of his remarks, well, it became a defining moment of his residency.
Let me start off with two words. Made in America.
Let me start off with two words. Made in America. Yeah. Well, he's really raising the bar for people that want to become president in the future. You just know that you don't have to know how to count.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was in the foothills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping.
Here we go again. Single word. Himalayas. Xi Jinping. Sir, what are you even talking about? And why are you referencing the president of China while defining America? Is it because reportedly you and your son sold out America to China? And when you made reference to the Himalayas, is it because you felt like you were on top of the mountain after you received all of that money that you got from China for selling out the country? Could that be what you meant?
And at number 7 is Joe Biden's atrocious response to the August 2023 wildfires that ripped through the island of Maui, where at least 100 people lost their lives. It was the 5th deadliest wildfire in United States history, and ironically, Joe Biden went to the beach to take a day off. No, you're riding a bicycle, dumbass.
So that was Joe Biden's response after being asked about those wildfires that happened in Maui. No comment.
Third world. The Southern Hemisphere had access to change it, had access. It wasn't confrontational at all.
Thank you, everybody. This ends the press conference. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
I saw that made me aware when I was in law school. Proudly for Holloway. Proudly for your dad. First African-American state senator in the state of Delaware. Everything about. And by the way, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
This is the man that our bought and paid for liberal media told us was the most mentally fit to serve as president, while at the same time questioning President Trump's cognitive ability. And when I think about that, I said, well, it makes sense because these are the people that believe that trans women were actually women.
I want to give you an opportunity to respond to this question about the national debt.
He had the largest national debt of any president in a 4-year period, number one. Number two, that $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy. what I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. And what's happening? They're in a situation where they, in fact, pay 8.2% in taxes. If they just paid 24%, 25%, either one of those numbers, they'd raise $500 billion, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Yeah, he was having a pretty tough time, you guys. And after he made that statement, President Trump responded, I really don't know what he was talking about. I don't even think he knows what the hell he's talking about. And that was pretty much the summary of Joe Biden's presidency. A whole bunch of bloopers, blunders, media running cover for him. Many people don't even believe that he was actually the president. They believe that there was a shadow president behind him. And he was just like a front guy, which a lot of people say that for all of our presidents. But clear as day with Biden, there's no way that he ran the country for an entire 4 years by himself. But I will say this, his administration pretty much took the country down just like this.
He touched down not even 4 hours ago.
That was a quick trip, but as you said, very impactful. He has allocated to invest in police departments and training of police officers. It appears as though the president did have a slight trip there as he's boarding Air Force One.
Dr. Biden, how was your anniversary?
No matter what their cost, 2, 10, 12, 15, Pope stepping on them. That's black. Anyway.
And there's a heck of a lot more where that came from. If President Biden does get a library like pretty much all presidents do, I think they should call his library the Lie-brary. Yeah, because his whole presidency was a big lie. But, I don't want to be all negative towards Biden. I did make a video when he was on his way out of office thanking him for his service because, he's been a politician for several years. And this is what I had to say to him. But I just wanted to come on here and give a special thank you to our current president, President Biden, for his service. As we all know, he has been a career politician. He has been in political office now for, I believe, 4 to 5 decades. And that is a long time to be a public servant. So I want to come on here and say thank you, sir, for your service to yourself and your family. Thank you for your service to the illegal immigrants. Thank you for your service to Ukraine. Thank you for letting us know that we weren't who we were unless we voted for you. Thank you for letting us know that they were going to put us back in chains. Thank you for letting us know that you did not want your children growing up in a racial jungle. Thank you for stepping aside for your party and allowing them to put a candidate in your place that made it easier for our incoming president. Thank you for beating Medicare. Thank you for all of the laughter and the memes that were created by you, because they did help keep us from crying due to those horrible policies and this horrible inflation. Thank you for making us energy dependent. Thank you for putting other citizens ahead of your own. And most importantly, thank you for nothing.